Minnesota Original is made possible by the State Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.
Tonight, a Minnesota Original music special.
I need a drink, a doctor, a DJ, a shrink, a locksmith, a replay to clean it up.
Acclaimed hip-hop artist Dessa. Her poetic lyrics and verbal agility have put her on top 10 music lists across the country.
You can't drain the sea and stay afloat.
Tonight, she mixes it up at the Cedar Cultural Center with Heiruspecs bassist Sean McPherson, vocalist Mankwe and Ndosi, and others, to present her latest flamenco-inspired tour de force.
You sentimental machine.
It's a special night of Minnesota music on Minnesota Original.
Mississippi television told us which roads they were closing. There goes a rap show. Everybody knew you as the wife of a famous man. Everybody who knew said, there goes Dixon's girl again. Even the walls are getting closer when she plays the piano real slow. Haven't met too many women in this business that I really like. But you could hold a little liquor, you could hold a conversation, you could hold your own mic. Even that night I learned the truth about your man. You gotta be big to treat pretty girls bad. It's not much, but my money's on you. It's not much, but my money's on you. It's not much, but my money. It's not much, but my money. It's not much, but my money. My money's on. You're in trouble. Bad news moves like fire that you fight on the phone. I'm too far away, my well-wishing can't touch you. I think of you still more than you might suppose. Everybody wanna see you with your hair down, wanna hear you hit the high note, wanna know if they can get you for a little less. Girl, I know how the stones can fly. Had some hard goodbyes, call me up day and night. Free drinks and bad advice. And it's not much, but my money's on you. It's not much, but my money's on you. It's on you. It's on you. Yeah, my money's on you. It's on you. It's on you. Yeah, my money's on you. hope to catch you still awake. Maybe I was wrong to call. I guess tonight broke my resolve. I've been having that dream again. It seems I always will. I don't know what the thing means, except it sends me to the telephone. And still I know love is never free. It bows your head and bends your knees, but there's no sword without an edge, and I sleep uneasily when you're not in my bed. But I didn't come to play it safe. I came to win or lose with you. I only live alone by day. Every night, yeah, you pass through. Yeah, you pass through. Hello, it's only me. Yeah, love, it's only me. Yeah, love, it's only me. Oh, love, it's only me. I didn't come to play it safe. I came to win or lose with you. I only live alone by day. 'Cause every night, yeah, you pass through. You pass
I think probably my first musical experiences were with my mother in her Camry. So she would encourage me to try to sing along to the radio, but to try to find a vocal line that wasn't in the song that was playing. And I remember being rewarded according to the creativity of that little ad-lib line. You know, so if I could find a harmony that a backup vocalist wasn't currently singing, or even kind of a counterpoint little phrase, yeah, way to go, as she's driving, and she'd pat my head and say, okay, find another one. So I think probably most of my musical training happened driving on the city streets in Minneapolis. And I went to college and I studied philosophy. I'd always really loved literature, and I knew that I had an interest in writing. And I started meeting rappers as a slam poet, and was then invited to try my hand at hip hop.
I haven't met so many women in this business that I really like. You could hold a little liquor, you could hold a conversation, you could hold your own mic, and even that night I learned.
I liked the idea of big, aggressive art, and rap certainly fits that bill. It's full of character, it's full of original voices, and it provides you a greater word count than in most other genres. So you really have the opportunity as a writer to build a complete narrative or to develop an idea, because you've got the ink to do so.
I'm going to welcome Abby Wolf to the stage. Years from tonight, you have to make a decision. The greatest love of your life is gonna call during dinner from the home of the girl that he's living with now. And the guilt will say he's killing him. He's wilted in the middle, and he knows how bad he acted, knows he can't have you back. But the fact is, you can't be happy when you're angry, and you're so angry. He says you stayed so mad, and he heard it on the street that you moved back in with your dad, that you were drinking something awful that makes him sad. And then he says it's good to hear your voice again, and that it's hard to ask it, but he's calling with a question. Cause he's been working real hard, he's trying to make a new start, an honest to God fresh beginning. So maybe you could try to finally find it in your heart to forgive him. But you've already been here before, you already know where it goes. You chose this, you know it's supposed to be over. You've been here before, you already know where it goes. You chose this, you know it's supposed to be over. You hung up the phone, you listened to the dial tone, and you stared at the stove until the beeping started. You read some love letters, some threats, and some you couldn't tell apart that you keep under the bed at the apartment. Then you did what he asked you to do. You opened your heart up right there on a napkin on the carpet. Part of it was frostbit, but you've always been a smart kid, could still distinguish blood black as pitch. Valves had gone stiff, veins and scar tissue. 4 chambers, just a standard issue, but none had room. Forgiveness is huge, and you had 2 full of ice water, 1 full of salt, 1 packed with coal. You got ready and willing to find fault. You've already been here before, you already know where it goes. You chose this, you know it's supposed to be over. You've been here before, you already know where it goes. You chose this, you know it's supposed to be over. Then with your heart in your lap, your head in your hands, suddenly you had a plan. Wrapped the mess in newspaper, headed west on Hennepin, heavy with a huge favor for a kid that just turned 10. A flat-chested, gap-toothed girl was the best that I've been so far, and now I'm too big to forgive him. I need just a moment with me, a moment when I was still little. I used to sing on the roof outside my windowsill. I came hoping some ghost of me would be here still. Here you are, a sticky figure and a busted grin, still ignorant of all the trouble I'ma get us in, hoping we could trade like just for tonight. So I could borrow your heart, you could borrow mine. Now watch from collateral damage to battle tour, but I can promise you, silent, I'll be back for it tomorrow. I only need yours this evening, so I can call an old friend, and I can tell him that we're finally even. You've already been here before, you already know where it goes. You chose this, you know it's supposed to be over. You've been here before, you already know where it goes. You chose this, you know it's supposed to be over. You've been here before, and you know where it goes. The neon burns a hole in the night, and the freon burns a hole in the sky. You can find my kind living right on the fault line. Eyes on the seaside, lives on the beachside. Kites on a, kites on a, kites on a power line. Kites on a kite, kites on a power line. It's like I know what it tells you, but I don't know why you believe it. It's just us in the end, walking home and dodging cars. The rest of the believers follow brighter burning stars. A pushpin through my sternum, I spent a long year under glass, watching your reflection in the cases as you passed. And Cupid limps in 2 years too late with a love letter for the ugly sister. It's like I'm sorry, but you're Mr. Mystery to me. How lost you seem to be. And from beneath, it all looks the same, gum covered and rusted. The neon burns a hole in the night, and the freon burns a hole in the sky. And you can find my kind living right on the fault line. Eyes on the seaside, lives on the B-side. Kites on the power lines. Yeah, kites on the power lines. So maybe you were right all along. I say I'm sorry less than I am wrong. So here we are, both half stars. You make it look so hard. Like I'm a shadow boxer waiting for the other girl to make the first move. And I'm a sad imposter, don't let the battles pick you. We never do go over. We always gotta go through. Lulled to sleep by the hum of a machine. Veins filled with grenadine. It's just a fever dream to me. Yeah, well it's just a fever dream. Well it's just a, well it's just a, it's just a, well it's just a, it's just a, it's just a, well it's just a, 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 well it's just a, yeah it's just a, it's just a fever dream to me.
I'm in a crew called Doomtree, which is a 7-member collective. Even before I was a member of that collective, they were some of my favorite rappers. And I hung around them because I was moved and inspired by what they did. They, at midnight on a Tuesday, brought me into their living room and said, we'd like you to see if you'd like to join Doomtree. And I was so excited. I called my mom. I said, Mom, I'm in Doomtree. And she was, what is a Doomtree? I've been a member of the collective for 6 years. We've been working together as friends and as family, and sometimes living together and being late on rent together, and sometimes having sold out shows at First Avenue together for almost the entirety of my musical life. Those 6 other individuals have shaped my understanding of rap more than any other recorded artist.
I'd like to welcome a new collaborator to stage, and her name is Mankwe Ndosi. Come on. He'll be sorry in the morning. He's always tender when you're home. But if I was your man, I'd be more than just a cure for being alone.
make your love numb. You keep the holes plugged. Keep your mouth shut, but your bow back break to the illusions fall, reaching for the pieces you tore off when you left off. 'Cause the fact is that in practice love cuts you to the bone. And when you look down, the hand around the switchblade is your own. You can't drain the sea and stay afloat. You can't take the night and leave the road. And we've all loved liars, but most have learned those who play with fire spend their whole lives icing burns, icing burns, icing burns, icing burns, icing burns. Your icing, icing, icing burns, burns. Icing burns. Your icing burns. Icing burns. Icing burns. Icing burns.
Well, I don't need to know. But there's a set of my keys left under your door. And if you need a place to sleep tonight, well, that's what family's for. I don't need.
The ability to articulate challenging patterns very quickly is exciting to rappers. And then the ability to have very fine control of one's diaphragm and big lung capacity is cool because it allows you to do those really quick and syncopated patterns without taking a breath that's going to ruin them and, and stutter them. Trying to pair the really fast patterns with some of the more legato lines, for me, is part of where the tension lies in rap music. And hitting kind of unexpected accents is the fun part. So, let's douse the fire with our sweat. Don't get tired on me yet. You can rest in your dead. All hands to the deck. Let's make the send off. Go correct. Toast to the end of the world like
Supposed to be soon, not for sure. Kiss the bottle, spin the girl. I forgot, but reconfirm that life can be fun if you make it sacred. Take a turn, son. A sermon, a prayer, a folded note beneath my chair. Ready to go? Never gonna know from over there. I'm sick of the
sound of my voice just skipping around to this noise. And one of the boys says, I don't know what you got, baby, it looks bad. So part of my objective with that song was to say, we've got this singer in kind of the throes of an existential upset, but the only way to be consoled is to be asked to dance briefly. So I've got the idea, but then I've also got this idea for this kind of staccato pattern, which I want to go kind of a galloping cadence. Okay, so now I've got to sit down, with this tiny little pen, which seems like such a small implement to tackle such a big problem. And sometimes I'll record tick-a-tick-a-tick-ta, 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 and then try to fit syllables into those patterns. Other times I'll have an idea and then try to deliver it several ways. Sick of the sound of my voice, sick of the sound of my voice, sick of the sound of my voice, to try to see what seems to ride the beat best. So there is kind of a stippling or a stapling. It's like you're sewing ribbon to a surface.
La puerta, la lucha está afuera. Puede esperar una noche más. Baila antes de que te vas. Baila, baila antes de que te vas. El mundo está quemando. Necesitamos hacerlo. Let's douse the fire with our sweat. Don't get tired on me yet. You can rescue that on hands to the deck. Let's make the send up. to the end of the world like it's supposed to be soon, not for sure. Kiss the bottle, spin the girl. I forgot but reconfirmed that life can be fine if you make it sacred. Take a turn, son. A sermon, a prayer, a folded note beneath my chair. But ready to go? Never get a note from over there. I'm sick of the sound of my voice, just kicking around at this noise. And one of the boys says, I don't know what you got, but baby, it looks bad. He says, I don't know what you got, but baby, it looks bad. If there's a damsel in distress, she's too far gone to save you at a time, man. It don't get better, baby. You can't talk me down from this decline. You haven't got a chance. You can ask me to dance. Oh, ask me to dance. You can ask me to dance. Ask me to dance. I need a drink, a doctor, a DJ, a shrink, a locksmith, a replay to clean it up. 7 second delay, you're never get any radio play like passing the right and a shift stick, pass to a mic full of lipstick, flash with a smart boy rip. This business will kill us. Hope we've got other interests. Hold hands till the ship goes down, till the band gets drowned. Had it in the past, but I couldn't make it last. You best check lost and found. It's like I've been here before. I know where it goes down so lost. My fate found, my voice, my weight lost. Some friends, some fights found, but that's alright. There's a little bit of melancholy, never really did hurt anybody. Even if it is a sickness, I'm oddly convinced at least it's honest. Like that's so tragic, on it. Mattress, no sheets on it. Fact is you haven't, just missed a warning. I've been here before. I know where it goes. She's too far gone to save you at a time, and it don't get better, baby. You can't talk me down from this decline. You haven't got a chance, but you can ask me to dance. Oh, ask me to dance. You can ask me to 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 dance.
I knew that I really liked a lot of the flamenco sound palette. It's melancholy, it moves at a clip, and I like those two things coupled. I like the idea of having an urgency and a duende, I think is the flamenco kind of term for the real. So after digging around on the internet for a while, I found a couple of guys who did the clapping in flamenco music, the palmas sound, and worked with them to write a couple of arrangements. It was really exciting to be able to incorporate a sound from a different tradition in a way that didn't seem to overshadow the arrangement. So that was really exciting for me.
By the time that you told me, it was already plain that you'd changed. But your conscience was clean and as white as a line of cocaine. My back to the wall of your bedroom apartment. You're talking in circles, got 2 cigarettes burning. And I couldn't hide how afraid I was to see you so strange. Don't get me wrong, I've got no ill will for you. It's just been so long. I thought I'd always know you, but you're so far gone. Up where the air gets thin. You cut the kite strings. I've read my name in lights. I've seen my face in papers. But my civilian life, I spent 10 good years waiting for you. You charmed the snake, you picked the card, you bent the spoon. A curved plane, the shapes change. Euclid's made to play the fool. But I don't know what that stuff does to you. And I don't know if it's real, but I spent a decade in love with you. And I can't tell if you're here. The man I knew, I don't think that he can hear me now.
The man I knew, I don't think that he can hear me, no. So dizzy with the altitude, you're just too far. Last night you came to kiss me in a dream, and when I woke, what kind of foolishness is this? Breathed out a lung full of your smoke. I've seen you at your brightest. What a mind, let it burn. So who am I to serve you on my terms? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I to tell you to Our friends, they don't say it, but I know what they think. I say exactly the shape that we're in. We figure eight round, cross again, round and cross again, round and cross again. We figure eight round, cross again, round and cross again, round and cross again. We figure eight. Don't have to tell you the toll that it takes. Our line never ends, it just circles this place. It round and cross again, round and cross again, round and cross again. We figure eight round and cross again, round and cross again, round and cross again. We figure. Every so often our paths cross too close. Each of us stands where the other would go. But after these years turning circles and spins, it's when we stand still that the dizziness hits. We go round and cross again, round and cross again, round and cross again. We figure eight round and cross again, round and cross again, round and cross again. We figure eight.
I like to write using figurative language. So I like metaphor and simile. I dig that. I think, focusing on those parts of the human experience that we are less likely to talk about in conversation. Most of my writing is autobiographical. It's moments in my own life that sometimes give me the little electrical surge of, hey, this might be art. I'll overhear something on a bus, or something a boyfriend says to me, or something my mother, a note she leaves on the table. It's in those moments in my own life that I'm kind of electrified by that little sneaking suspicion that perhaps something artistic is happening to or at me. I remember sitting with an ex-boyfriend at the CC Club, which is a bar in uptown Minneapolis. The waitress came by and I ordered a martini. And I said, "Do you want one?" And he goes, "Those taste like tears to me. I'll take a beer." And I remember thinking, tears, and getting super creepy for a second because I wanted to try to put that one in the back of my head because it seemed like there may be something in that to be recycled in a song.
I'd like to welcome Khalil Queen to the stage.
Anabel, pick up the phone. I'm calling from the kitchen. We just never seem to listen when we're sharing the same room. I'm not sure anymore what might get your attention. Every day you see me less than you did just the day before. Out there in the garden, motionless for hours. Yeah, it's just like there's a statue dressed in Anabel's old clothes. And part of me is afraid to wake you from the dreams you have, and scared the scattered pieces won't come back together whole. Oh, Anabel, come back to me. I'm calling you from home. Anabel, come back to me. I'm living here alone. Another quiet evening. That book that you've been reading's open, but I don't believe I've seen you turn a single page. Even here right beside you, I barely recognize you. You're like a photograph I'm watching fade away. I wanna shake you, I'd prefer that you were angry with me. You're like a bird now looking lost without a cage. And I don't know what to call it. I'm not sure who could solve this problem of a disappearing girl. Oh, and a stay, 'cause Anabel, come back to me. I'm calling you from home. Anabel, come back to me. I'm living here alone. You're in the bathroom with a flashlight. You're trying to weigh your shadow. Yeah, you say it's gotten heavy, hard to drag across the floor. Same scene we had last night, and I still don't know what happens to you. I just stand here useless, sometimes listen through the door. The ringing in your ears has gotten worse, it's hard to take. You say it sounds like heavy traffic as we're climbing into bed. And I believe I almost hear it, I know better than to touch you lately. Praying I don't wake up to the car crash in your head. Oh, Anabel, come back to me. I'm calling you from home. Anabel, come back to me. I'm living here
is that if we can have you be kind of the more kind of ornamental player, and these guys are going to be holding down kind of chord progressions that are predictable in hip-hop land, do you know what I mean? I really liked mandolin, and so I stalked this dude in my apartment complex who I saw with a mandolin case. And I was like, hey dude, what are you doing, man? As he's loading a mandolin into his sedan, he's like, I'm going to a gig. And who are you? And he had a mandolin line in 7/4, and he played it. We kind of improvised, vamped or jammed or whatever you want to call it. 7/4 is really hard to rap in. That surprises no one except me. It just sounded so cool and so fancy and so smart, kind of intellectual. Oh, it's a mandolin rap song in 7/4, not a big deal. It's a really big deal because it's so hard to do.
It begins with the flash. I know they say it ends the same. First a spark, then it crashed. As the flight was getting engaged, you're told to plan it, you're told to ration, you're told the passions are blazing. Makers of lace say to mind your manners, and the makers of haste say climb your ladders, and the makers of grace they speak too softly to hear. All the gears in your chest pump until they lock in. Pistons pump, then the rest like a syncopated clock. You're told to wait, and you're told with patience is the mark of a saint. Makers of lace say, mind your manners, and the makers of haste say, send a ladder, and the makers of grace say nothing at all. You sentimental machine. Made and play in the steam. You say nothing to me. Sentimental machine, made of clay and of steam. Say what you mean. Say nothing to me at all.
I think I do have some better ideas of what I want my next project to be. I've known that I want my next recorded disc to sound different than the one that I last released, and I don't want to succumb to the cowardly impulse to remake something that went pretty well. Minnesota has been so generous to me. I don't want to get comfortable, and I want to take risks. I feel like if I'm never failing, then I'm insufficiently brave.
Now the bow breaks. Now the bow breaks. Now the bow breaks. Now the bow. Now the bow breaks. Now the bow breaks. Now the bow breaks. Now the bow. The books I read said you were a fragile kid, just as I'd imagined it. Your story goes. Another nosebleed, roses on the pillowcase. The fever breaks and you're back on earth again. You rehearse in the living room. The nursemaid comes mid-afternoon to say you've practiced long enough today. She takes your bowl, it's supper time. was fixed on the Chaconne you'd hope to play. So soon you're off to the academy, the honors and the accolades. First a darling, then a marvel. When we met, I was still a young girl, but you had changed, already famous. Your name was a contagion. You were vain, hard to take. All the same, I was brazen. How the tides, 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 oh, how the tides. I don't suppose you tell the truth, so I won't ask you anymore. Oh, the things that we all do to pass the time between the wars. But I don't regret a single day. Heard your Chaconne on every stage. Your love sleeps in a velvet case. So what you bring me, you bring me for. And what you bring me, you bring me for. And I hear you keep your pretty wife alive on only breathe. And they say a dozen years ago she could have passed for me. She doesn't trust you with the baby. Maybe better that way. Safe in your study, going gray. You're at your best when you're alone, above the fray with your Chaconne. Now the bells toll. 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 Now the bells. Now the bells toll. Now the bells toll. Now the bells toll. Now the bells. Now the bells toll. Now the bells toll. Now the bells toll. Now the I changed the larks, but your key's still working. You can't train a moth, I guess. Each beast gets her burden, so we circle this old flame. Too much at stake, too late to change. My nerves are shot, my reserves exhausted. It's a tired plot, but you bought it, now we're lost. Between love and cholera, saccharine breed. It's such a sentimental novel, give you cavities. If it doesn't drive you to the bottom, as for me, I'll take another kerosene. If you got it something harder, built like a moth, you see. And I still get chills when you talk to me. But the years pass by now in 2s and 3s, and these thrills ain't as cheap as they used to be. You're asking me, and I can't say no. Just one more chapter, please, our book won't close. I know it's madness to play these odds. It's like giving matches to paper dolls. I tried sweet talk, I tried dynamite, but I sleepwalk back to the battle site. Fight fire with fire, but the fire won't fight. We just fly these circles like tired kites. So you flash some fame, and I bat my lashes, and we're back again. No end to this game with matches. Lovers and strangers and friends who get angry, make mistakes and amends, and brief moments of magic. We forgive and forget and give into attraction. This whole thing depends on amnesia and magnets, leaving for
say no, I can't say no. Just one more chapter, please. Our book won't close. I know it's madness to play these odds. It's like giving matches to paper dolls. To paper doll. So here we go back again. Slow climb but quick to descend. Arms out into the spin. It's lovely and brief with just gravity. So here we go back again. Slow climb but quick to descend. Arms out into the spin. It's lovely and brief with just gravity. And me. That's us. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure to write and stutter through and learn some new tunes.
Minnesota Original is made possible by the State Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.